Hi, my name is Michael Dell. I'm a Kahnawake Learner living with special needs. When I was interviewed, I had an idea for a show for people from Kahnawake living with disabilities. Today is the start of that show, Walk in My World. Often, people with disabilities lead sheltered lives, and their interactions are limited to caregivers and family members. I hope this show will bring you awareness of these people, their families, their lives, and their dreams for the future. We are here today to interview another family, this time a child with Down syndrome. Mike and Krista Horne have agreed to come and tell their story. Welcome, Mike and Krista, and thank you for joining us.
Well, thank you for inviting us to share our story. Basically, Krista and I, hopefully today, will also share what it's like to walk in Krista's shoes on a normal daily basis.
Maybe you can explain to us what Down syndrome is?
Well, Down syndrome affects 1 out of every 800 births. Down syndrome is also referred to as trisomy 21, which means there's an extra number 21 chromosome in every cell. This results in some severe developmental delays, physiologically as well as intellectual.
How is Krista affected by Down syndrome?
Okay. Well, I guess basically due to some developmental delays, all her steps in terms of development have been somewhat delayed, but that doesn't mean that she doesn't achieve certain things. I'll give you examples when it took a little bit longer to walk, as well as to acquire speech. But again, she's able to acquire many things that everybody else can. The only problem is it takes a longer period of time.
Did you know before she was born that she would have Down syndrome?
Basically, we had no indication that she would have Down syndrome. It was a normal pregnancy, normal delivery. It was only maybe 7 hours after she was born. My wife received a call from the hospital that we needed to go back, that there was an issue with Krista. When we arrived, the pediatrician told us that she not only had Down syndrome, but also she had a congenital heart problem that would need corrective surgery. So basically, when we first saw her after the pediatrician talked to us, it was kind of a very alarming thing, because she was in an incubator and she basically had a plastic bubble around her head, and that was oxygen that was being fed to her due to the heart not being able to provide enough oxygen to the rest of her body.
How did the family feel after finding out?
Well, like normal, everybody was in shock at first, but I mean, they were very supportive of us. I mean, even people, family, friends, everybody came forth, and gave us support, and I think that has continued on to this day. You know what I mean? We're fortunate to have a large family, as well as Krista's very fortunate. You have a nice big family, right? But I mean, we're really lucky. The one other thing I didn't mention is we're very fortunate to have an excellent support worker in Jessica Thomas. She's like a big sister to Krista. She takes her all over the place. More importantly, she is very proactive in making sure that she's inclusive and integrated in regular mainstream society. There's nothing that Krista misses out on that any other teenage girl would miss out in. Right?
Yeah.
What are some of the challenges for taking care of a person with Down syndrome?
As I had mentioned before, she was born with a congenital heart problem. And for the first 6 months of her life, it was a real challenge. My wife and I, Caroline, had to basically give her medication 3 times a day, orally, to help her with all the problems she had with the heart problem. At 6 months, she underwent open heart surgery. We're fortunate that it was a very successful surgery. And my gratitude goes out to the Montreal Children's Hospital, who has one of the leading cardiac wards in all of the world. I guess some of the challenges we face is right now there's some delays that she has, but they're minimal. The problem is Krista, she doesn't see it as a problem, where she basically, we have to be very cautious sometimes. She doesn't see dangers that are apparent to mainstream children. But other than those little obstacles, the challenges have been very minimal. We're very fortunate that she's high functioning, and I think that a lot of it comes from Krista herself, who has a strong determination to make it in life. Right? Well, I didn't mention, but Krista does have two older brothers, Brent and Brandon. And I think that's also her greatest support. They treat her like they would any other child. She also has very close cousins that live right next door. Tawny, Reese,
Dawson.
And they're her best friends. They include her in everything. She's never excluded. They will roughhouse her like anybody else, and I don't think they see her as having a developmental delay. And we're very fortunate in that area.